couple of weeks ago, Rob and 207 videographer Kurt Craddy traveled to the Rangeley Lakes.
We went there on a shoot. Now, at this point, we'd normally introduce the story, tell you a little bit about it. Tonight, we're going to do things differently and just let the story unfold. Even in a state renowned for its natural beauty, Kennebago Lake is something special. There's not much argument that this is one of Maine's best fishing lakes.
I just think soft hackles are killers. And you can never, and look, there's a bazillion, you can never have too many.
Among fishermen, Kennebago has an almost mystical reputation, in part because only fly fishing is allowed here. Grant's Kennebago Camps has operated here for more than a century. It's a classic Maine fishing camp, the only place on the lake that offers accommodations as well as boats, guides, and more.
Oh, I just came up. There it goes.
A group of 14 men came here for a few days. Josh Cooperman lives in California, and Kennebago was working its magic on him.
And I was saying, I don't care if I don't have any fish. This is so peaceful.
What the men all have in common is an experience none of them wanted: facing a doctor and being told, you have cancer.
You don't know what it's like to go through chemo. You don't know what it's like to lay in a tube and go through 48 radiation treatments like I have. And it's tough.
A nonprofit group called Real Recovery organized this getaway. Real Recovery offers free fly fishing retreats across the U.S. and beyond for men with all forms of cancer. There's conversation, understanding, camaraderie.
Guys will talk about death. They'll talk about their childhoods. They'll talk about their awareness of mortality. They'll talk about, even just feeling alive, being here fishing and being present in the moment. What's sort of an unexpected awareness or experience being up here?
I just found this whole thing gave me a bit of hope.
The setting and the company also provide a rare opportunity to be vulnerable.
I think, guys, we don't open up. We're supposed to be tough and, not cry, not show your feelings. But when you're around guys and you're out in a boat, you're fishing, you can kind of forget that stuff.
Sometimes nothing needs to be said. The quiet, especially out on the lake, can be more eloquent than any conversation.
When people know you have cancer, they ask you how you're doing, meaning how's your cancer doing? And sometimes you just don't want to always be talking about that and thinking about that.
Real Recovery has been holding fly fishing retreats in Maine for 8 years. Mike Pratico has organized them from the beginning. It's obviously a powerful experience, what happens here over these few days. What do you get out of this?
To this day, it's the best thing I've ever gotten involved with my life. Truly was a life-changing positive thing.
There you go. There we go.
Although these men have cancer, they don't want cancer to become their identity.
Don't stop living. And indeed, me, I think, along with everybody else, was very much alive these last couple days for sure.
What is something you are walking away with today?
In the last hour of the retreat, the men and their volunteer fishing guides gathered in a circle to offer gratitude and wishes for good health.
The thing that gets me, and I mentioned it last night, look at that. Yeah. I mean, look at that. What better place? So, I'm grateful for that.
Just a couple of days here had delivered something no medicine can provide.
And a thing I've done for a lot of what I've been through is just kind of open myself up to the universe. And it's amazing what can come back to you if you just stay positive and open. And I'm so blessed to be here with all of you guys. I'm taking a bit of all of this and all of you with me.
And then a moment of grace. for the man who organized this retreat,
Hey, this is for you, Mike.
and really for everyone.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
He's crying.
Saves a
He didn't make it.
like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Second verse.
These guys don't know how many tomorrows they will have.
Fish on.
But for the rest of their lives, they'll remember these days on Kennebago. The new friendships, the healing power of nature, the time on the water.
Whew. Seeing them there at the end, grabbing each other's shoulders, singing. I mean, that's just, it's amazing. The things that are going through their mind every day, and they can just be there and be at peace for a little bit. It's great.
It is an extraordinary experience. So a little background, the Real Recovery Retreats are free for the participants. Paul Elaine, the first person you heard from in the story, lives in Massachusetts, but has been extraordinarily generous in his support. His fundraising, bowling, charity tournaments, things like that, have covered the expenses for the 2 retreats at Kennebago each year. They're adding a 3rd next year. Wow. And one other note, many of the men who go to these retreats have learned about them rather from the Dempsey Center, the Maine nonprofit that helps people dealing with cancer. It's all just marvelous. And there is a similar program for women. It's called Casting for Recovery, and it is for women with breast cancer. So you can find out about all of this by heading to the 207 section of our app or website.
Man, what a community, what a story.